Thursday, talking about life, expectations, and differences. hmm You ever just sat down and thought about some things we were taught in school, and then your mind wonders that if that happened right now, what will it be like the way the geography studies about the world being one land mass without and then surrounded by water. That will have made us all from the same, okay, different cultures obviously, but same location. Air travel would be minimum or none. The only time maybe using the ocean for travels or cruises, it's when you want to see the water mass. And then road travel would be highly used, eh, with the different features and all. Would have been very interesting if that was possible, because we'll have all types of people, different cultures, different races, obviously, but they will not be okay, obviously, because of human interactions and greed for power and colonies, some civil war here and there. But I like to think that maybe one president for everyone, that will have been a big task, like trying to maintain the world population and all. Then we'll be having like the society norms, the high society, low society, and middle class, different ages and how they interact and how they live also. Then what if the continental drifts were differently, um, would be like further away or not? It's something that, yeah, it was theory. Hi and welcome. In case of you want something to be talked about, we're talking about what ifs in life. Welcome, Yogesh, Sylvie. Um, thank you. So other than that, I was like, what if we didn't have religion? How would life be if we are just thinking of normalcy? Now, nice. Giovanni, thank you for the compliment. Um, there are a lot of what ifs, but now we are dealing with what we have, and it's still a struggle politically, socially, economically, because every day it's a struggle for most of the people to fend for themselves. With now, like we have countries that we are war stricken, and other countries benefiting from the wars, and other countries don't even, like, out of touch. Not because they want to be out of touch, is because maybe how they develop is not as advanced, or they don't want like the outside influence for their community. We have heard of the islands that have never been invaded by outside world, and that by that I mean colonials, by colonization. They haven't been colonized, and so they don't know, like, there was the crusades about Christianity, religion, Islam, and all that, and they don't also know about trade wars, which is right now, it is funny. At the same time, we are still feeling the effect, the aftermath of the trade wars. It will be felt all over, because um if the major traders have issues with each other. Obviously, either like for us right now, I've seen traders talking about it in TikTok. For us, it's somehow beneficial because trading with China, the eastern side of the world, is becoming cheaper because now we don't have to really use the dollar that was majorly used in the market to trade. It's even cheaper to import from China directly. And here in Kenya, we still have the malls that were opened called China Square, where you can find household items at I'm not advertising, but I have seen it being convenient for us. Like a while by like 5 years ago, you'll have like specific traders who just come, uh, go to China themselves and pick out the things that their clientels are requesting and ship them back. It was okay, it was expensive for that time, but still it's become more convenient because now the malls from such producers are here, so it's easier for them to request for it. A lot has happened about that. Even between Russia and Ukraine, in Africa, it became, there's a time it was intolerable because things like fertilizers and seeds for farming became expensive because we know the major seed bank is in Ukraine, and shipping things were toughish, tough for that time. And then Ukraine were the major suppliers for fertilizers. So you see, it's back and forth, back and forth. And then we look at what if we didn't have people who had um, who invented war. I'd really like to see that person, even if it's on Judgment Day, if we believe in that, or whenever we'll find each other in the next life, because some questions are needed to be answered. Um, Warfare is a devastating because we s- it's said history is only written by the winners. So the losers, and maybe they had something that could have helped us in different times, it's shut down. It's like now, like here let's say in Kenya, because we were colonized by the British rule. um you'll hear like the majority of fighting for independence, you'll hear it's between the Gema community, which is Kikuyu, Ambians, Marians, and Akamba. And yet we still had Maasais also. They fought for their independence, and then we find out about the relocation from like Kipia area to be brought to small area of Narok and Kajiado. The Maasais was a large group. I'm half Maasai, so I know about that. We also have heard of stories about the Kalenjins. Kalenjins is a tribe in Kenya, but has sub-tribes, 9 to be, is it to be exact? Okay, they are sub-tribes of different, they have nearly the same dialect, but have different meanings. Um, Kenya is diverse like that. Okay, so they also fought against the British rule, but it was not as talked about as the Gema community. We also have Mijikenda. We have actually a woman warrior, Mekatilili Wamwenza, from the Mijikenda community who fought against the British rule, and she was a warrior. She's still celebrated. I don't know about school history being taught right now, if they're still talking about her. but I remember her story, and we also had the war songs that they used to sing. I remember when we were in the drama, drama will be taught such songs. And yes, and in all communities, even in the Kikuyu, the Ambian, the Akamba, the Marians, the the Kalenjin and Masai, we only have warriors mostly, but we also still have the unsung heroines as women. You'll If you dig deep enough, you'll find out there are such women that are still celebrated about their courage and brave methods to help in the war against the colonizers. Um, Even the community from the western side, we have the Luos, the Luyas, the Kurias, the Tesos. We have many. Okay, Kenya in general, we have, I believe we have reached 60 tribes in Kenya, because the majority of like um tribe that was here in Kenya was 54. Then we added the Suba, who came from Mozambique and Malawi because of the war that had happened there. Is it Suba? Yeah. And Nubians. Suba is still one of the communities in Kenya. Then we have also the Punjabi, who built the railways from the coastal side of Kenya to Uganda, and some settled here in Kenya and others settled in Uganda. We have that strong community there. We also have the British settlers who remained, are also recognized. Who else? Those 54, 55, 56, 57. There are three more. If I remember them, I'll mention. So it's a celebration of different community. Oh, there's Arabs. That's 58. There are two more. Maybe it will come as we continue. So yeah, there's that celebration of that intermingling communities. Right now, at the age, the century we are in, or the years we are in, the last 10 years or more, we have heard of intermarriages and community celebrating each other, because love has no bounds, and the world has become a village since we can fly to different destinations, and schooling is not just limited. Like I was telling somebody, to a friend of mine today, that we are past the time like our fathers or our parents and our grandparents, where they studied from kindergarten. Did they even go to kindergarten? From primary school to college or universities or technical schools, those it will be only in the same area. Nowadays, in our schooling system in Kenya, after Form 4, you've sat for the national exams. You get a calling letter depending with the career that you had chosen or the performance you have gotten. You get a calling letter that will call you to different parts of Kenya to study in the different universities from all parts of Kenya. If maybe you come from Kajiado, you get a calling letter from Mandera, or you get it to Kakamega or Kisumu or Mombasa even, or even you can have a choice to go private, and you choose the private universities that are there, different parts of Kenya, or you can just remain in the metropolitan or the capital city of Nairobi. So it's it's at least that movement, like that you go and interact with different cultures, and then you can find your significance from that different places. And that's why I'm saying, like, racism and tribalism, there's a there's going to be a time that we don't have like that much separation, because people have interacted intermarried, and kids that will come from those interactions will not be like specific, I come from one culture. For example, I, as an example, my mom is a Masai Kikuyu, my dad is Kikuyu Kikuyu, and my mom's dad was Masai with also uh, traces of Tugen. Tugen is one of the Kalenjin tribes, and Kipsigis also another Kalenjin tribe. So when my cousin did the follow up to know where we came from, he found out that yes, we came from Masai land. My grandfather came from Masai land in Ibisil, in Kajiado, but then there's also traces in where is that place? Kipsigis areas. So then you have that trace. So for me now, having Masai Kikuyu, Masai Kikuyu Kikuyu, that sounds right, yeah. And then maybe the person I get married is from a different ethnic group or a different culture altogether from maybe the world, because yes, I'm online, yes, I'm traveling. So kids come, different culture. And for women, we are told we are not the ones who uphold culture because we are married into the culture. The men are the ones who uphold the culture. So yeah, today is like a history lesson. And so with that note, I say, like, we have seen even racism sometimes it doesn't make sense because uh, love has no bounds. It's not like, yeah, the time of segregation and the time of uh, high discrimination, because sometimes even right now we still know some parts that have segregation, or we have seen there's that disconnect of, no, I don't want to interact with such cultures and all that. Even here in tribal issues, that's actually major. You when you get to the marriage age, or when parents see that maybe you're dating or you started dating, and then they'll tell you, some parents will still have that mentality of saying, no, 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 I don't want a person from this community because they do ABCD, and I don't think that will be comfortable for me. If the love is strong, it will withstand the stigma of such stereotyping. Or you can also create your own culture, because culture is a way of life. So if two of you from different cultures begin your journey of life together, you can decide how to move on from that. Gone are the sayings, like us in Swahili, we have a saying, mwacha mila ni mtumwa. I'll translate it. It means the one who leaves culture is lost. Or did I? Yeah, something roughly translated to that. So in case they forgot that culture is not something that you're inborn with, it's something that you learn. So you can make your own culture. Is it a peaceful one? Is it full of conscience? Is it something that you want to be talked about or celebrated, or just shunned? Because we have even Divari culture, for those who like to pocket other people's. Like here we said corruption is a culture. It was started, but people have not stopped. They have continued with the culture that we see it as a norm, and it's wrong. We have discrimination culture, which is taught. Like I said, like kids, when we go to school, you intermingle with anyone and everyone and click with whoever you click with. without thinking about their tribe or their race. So when your parents starts or somebody elderly in your family starts telling you that no, 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 we don't do that with such people. Now you're bringing up the teaching the culture of segregating or discriminating others. We should be conscious, bring back humanity, because yeah, we need it a lot. And that's all I had to say today. Today I was on time and my voice came back. My flu went, and I'm thankful for that. Here in Kenya, we're still experiencing long rains and the cold. It's good. I love the weather. Actually, this is my kind of weather. Rather than hot, dry, or windy, it takes a toll. Thanks for the greetings. Thanks for joining us. Oh, joining me. I am one in one. Yakshit, Welcome to Arambol Habibi. We'll get you solid customers. That's I think that's an advertisement for a site. I want to build my YouTube as I go on with my musical journey and also my talks journey. And yeah, we all start from somewhere. If I get loyal people, well then good. If I don't, I tried my best. Bye.